Peace and blessings, everyone. It's your girl Mocasso, and we are here in Tulum in the Women in Meta Treehouse, where we come and have iron sharpening conversations. Now, if you never have been to the treehouse before, as you can see on this first floor, it is dedicated to all of those listening to this podcast, or Metacast, I should say. So whether you're listening on our actual Metacast, which you can find on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, or iHeartRadio, or even live right now on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, or listening to the replay on any of those platforms, you are welcome to come here into the treehouse and listen to it here as well. Get a spot, get a bottle of wine, and enjoy. And hopefully you run into some other women here in the metaverse while you're listening and keep the conversation going. So as you guys know, we are talking about gratitude and the different things that we are actually grateful for. Now, the first Monday this month, we actually just talked about what gratitude even was to us and how we showed our gratitude. And then we followed up with what kind of tools we're grateful for. And if you guys want to catch any of those gems, you do have to go catch the replay, because we drop big gems every single one of those episodes. And this week we are talking all about what concepts we are grateful for. Now, of course, there are so many that we can put out there. As you guys know, I'm the founder of a DAO. I'm in Web3. I'm the Mocasso of NFTs. So there's a lot of big words right there. You're looking at my digital twin. There's a lot of concepts that have come into light, and I wanted to start with the first one, which was this pandemic, and this concept that something can shut down the whole world and stop everybody. It would have seemed so far-fetched, but 5 years ago, right? Somebody would have said, there would have been something, a new, sickness that came out that would have everybody just staying home, and nobody would believe it, because they'd be like, well, what's going to happen with bills? Well, how's people going to make money? And it would not even sound fathomable. It'd be like, oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist thinking that is going to happen. And lo and behold, here we, are years after. And one of the things that I really used to enjoy saying during that time when it first started, and everybody was like, oh, I can't wait to go back to normal. And it's like, this is the new normal. This pandemic, these bigger forces are what started to push us into this direction. And one of the reasons why I'm grateful for this concept almost is even we were having a conversation one of the other days with some of the other members, and we were just talking about how when you're comfortable, right? You got your house, you're comfortable, you got it all set up how you like, or you got your job, you work 40 hours, how much your check's going to be, what you're going to be able to spend that with, and you get comfortable. And then you start hearing, that God voice be like, well, maybe you can go and get a bigger position. Or maybe you can, say forget that job that you've been at for 20 years and go and upskill and start your own business. Or, you start hearing that God voice first. And you start seeing the signs and you start seeing the confirmations. But sometimes you still just listen, right? Without acting. Until it starts becoming so loud that now God has pushed you out of that comfort zone. And that's exactly what that pandemic was like to me when I seen that. And it was like God's way of pushing everybody out of that comfort zone, on even thinking that there was a comfort zone, right? Because again, up until then, a lot of people had found that comfort zone and thought that was it. And so just this concept of, understanding that things happen and it could shut down the whole world, and every life as you know it can be different. And I think that was a powerful concept to even start to see and desensitize people to, so that they can start taking the need to prepare for anything even more serious. And that's why I'm a big person that says, no matter what, be mindful of what is going on so that you can be planning accordingly. So then when we fast forward and says, okay, well, this is what's happening, let's take a step back and really see what's happening here, right? So we have a pandemic where, now we've got a lot of things are changing. The way we're working is changing. Everybody starts working from home. You literally cannot leave anywhere. The way you start grocery shopping is changing. A lot of these different ways that we are used to doing life are changing. And so it's like, okay, well, now that we're in this midst of change, what do we do? How do we prepare? And again, let's take that step back and let's see what's really going on here. Okay, well, let's see. With all of these changes come a new digital ID that everybody has to get, this global ID that everybody has to get. And not saying that I'm grateful or not grateful for any of these kind of concepts. I'm just saying, think about all of the concepts and those things that come with these bigger concepts. So, okay, so interesting, we've got this global ID, we've got, agendas, Agenda 2030, we've got this fourth industrial revolution, we've got the Great Reset, we've got a lot of these narratives that also come along with this time period that we're living in. And one of the things that I will say is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up any of those concepts, because I can go in on them right now. But this isn't that kind of educational lecture right now where, this is me just telling you about that. I have a Udemy course where you can buy it for maybe $11.99 right now because it's always on sale, where I actually go into detail about the intro or the simple intro to the world of cryptocurrency and talking about all of those different things, even as far as cryptocurrency, right? Because now we're in this digital revolution, and that's a concept in the midst of this that I am grateful for, in this fourth industrial revolution, and the awareness that we are in it. One of the things that I always tell people is, think about when you were in school and we learned about the first, second, and third industrial revolution, had big textbooks on it, whole semester studying it, and went in depth understanding the way that our society was changing and the effects of that. And right now we are living through the next fourth industrial revolution, like literally in the midst of it. And there's books already written about it, about these concepts of fourth industrial revolution, the Great Reset, the stakeholder capitalism, which is another one of those concepts that come under that whole umbrella, by Klaus Schwab, who's, founder of the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Again, more concepts that you want to be aware of when being in this mindset of being prepared and understanding what's happening around us and why it's even happening, and how we can line ourselves up for success, because the world is changing regardless, and ignoring it isn't going to change that. All it's going to do is prolong yourself from even getting there. And so this idea of, or this concept of this digital revolution is a concept that I am grateful for. As mentioned, I have my digital twin here, where I have actually been doing this for 2 years now. I was on Instagram for like a good year straight, and I would go on Instagram live every single week. I would have different Instagram lives where I would be showcasing different authors and their books and, their whole journey into being an author. We would have open mic nights once a month. We had a whole Discord chat just for women to, talk about their growth and everything. And it was great, but there was still something missing, which was that extra education that I was over here talking about, this digital revolution that, again, some people were aware of, but not ready to necessarily act on it. And as I continued to build in this digital space, it started to boggle my mind that as this network was growing, it still was, not even connecting with even more women that understood this opportunity in the digital era. And it puzzled me, because I'm like, we're on Instagram Live, we're on Discord, you have ebooks, you have digital products, or you're struggling to sell physical products. And here it is with this opportunity, this revolution that we're living in, this opportunity of this new age and this new era, and a new chance for us to be those pioneers. And when I seen people not jumping on that opportunity, I had to switch the whole circle up. I went from over 1,000 followers to 0. I went from hosting Instagram lives and cool posts that would get over 200 comments and our poetry stuff, and I went to 0. And I said, you know what? I don't need any of that, Because at the end of the day, right now, it's about building with those that do see this revolution, that do see this opportunity, and are taking heed and are building hard during this time. And so I'm grateful for this idea of this digital revolution, because it's brought me so close with so many other like-minded people, right? Like I mentioned before, I founded the RAW DAO, which is an ecosystem and an adhesive in the Web3 community that focuses on educating, networking, and transforming physical to digital. And how that came about is because that's what I do. I transform physical to digital. So it started out as simple as me having a tie-dye t-shirt in the physical, and then making a digital pattern of that, as simple as taking a picture of it and throwing an edit on it. And that's a NFT. Even if I didn't edit it and it was just the digital photo of it, that digital twin, that digital copy of that is an NFT. It's that digital representation of the physical product. And when I started, again, seeing this and how this will start transforming business models, again, I got ecstatic, because I'm like, you know what? 80% of small businesses are failing. And I started seeing all these other influencers coming up on Instagram telling people how to go and get business credit, and $600,000 businesses, and fix your credit, and all of these things that are not going to freaking matter. And it used to really, again, make me angry to see people just giving their money to these people, so that's how they were making a living off of, selling others this dream, knowing that these tools that they're even passing on about how to go and, do these things that are going to take you 2 to 5 years, where in 2 to 5 years, again, that stuff is going to be irrelevant. And so I really made it my mission to educate others that, hey, again, those that see this digital opportunity, there is an opportunity for you to come and pioneer, and for you to create that digital copy just as easily as well. And it was great, because then from there, the network just kept growing, where we had people that, had animals in a farm and just took a picture of the animal fur, and then had like a digital fur bag by, connecting, because again, it's about educating. So now that same person on the farm now also has a class teaching us about chickens from a farm, so again, just having that education that you have and being able to pass it on to the next. And then, again, having this network of others that see that and want you to succeed, so that are going to support you, and also be a tool if you need to as well. And that's the power of a DAO. That's the power of a network, where it says, hey, we all have a common mission that we see. Hey, there's a physical to digital necessity. Every business is going to have to go physical to digital. Every single person that is serious about wanting to be successful, because hey, this isn't an organization for everyone, because yes, everyone will have to go, but those that see the opportunity and are willing to put in the work and the energy to be successful, that's what this network is. Because like I said, just like you can support others, it's reciprocated, and we incentivize that energy by as simple as NFTs and taking pictures together and adding utilities, and allowing others to grow more within a network as the network grows. And that's the whole point of a DAO. That's the whole point of stakeholder capitalism. Everybody that is putting into this concept is getting out what they're putting in, and even having these kind of conversations that says, you know what, we may not have the perfect outline for how this is going to work, but we know what we're doing isn't working, and we know what we're trying to do, so let's figure it out in the midst of that. And there's people like myself and all these other members on the RAW DAO that, again, see this as an opportunity to test it out. And we're here putting out proof of concepts, giving it a try, and being an example to others to say, hey, if you've got an idea for something, don't be scared to jump out there and try it. If you've never seen it done, awesome. But I promise you, there's probably a whole lane of people behind you that once they see you do it, now they're going to be following to see how you got it done. And they want to see how far you can do it, until they have the courage to hop out there and do it as well. And so these are some of those concepts that I'm, grateful for, especially I just want to paint that quick picture about how it all just connects and comes from fruition from where it even started. With that pandemic and this concept of everything being able to shut down because of, different things that we would have never imagined, for us to even get to here to this point on this bigger picture, on this digital era, and how we can all be connecting from there. So I see Miss Chai has just hopped in the building. So I'm about to go. Actually, I'm going to just bring you up here, Miss Chai, because I don't even think you've been in the WIM Treehouse just yet. So welcome. Uh-oh. I don't even see Chai. Can you hear me, Chai?
Peace and blessings. I'm still at work, but I just wanted to listen in. But I'm here.
Cool, and I appreciate you for popping in. And we was just wrapping it up, but I was dropping them gems real quick.
Oh, you were wrapping it up.
Yeah, I be quick with it. It's okay. On Women in the Metaverse, when it's me, I be like 20 minutes, bam, bam, drop it on you, food for thought, come back. But I'm gonna drop the replay on the podcast so that everybody can listen. And appreciate you for popping in.
Yeah, for sure. This looks great, actually.
Oh, appreciate it.
I love it.
Appreciate it. Yes.
This is hot.
Oh, there you go. Yep. And on the second floor, we got the little pedicure chairs. I was going to drop them in your spot yesterday, but I totally forgot. But yeah, we got pedicure chairs upstairs. Yeah, we got to go check it out.
This is so cool.
Don't let me get you in trouble, tempting you.
Nah, you're straight. We kind of slow right now, so of course because it's a holiday. But I seen it pop up, and I was like, okay, let me join in. Right. Say hey, what's up, and just listen in if anybody else joined you.
No,
I know it's been kind of Oh, these are nice.
Yes, girl. Yes, and
these are hot.
I could do your toes, or I could be getting my toes done. Whatever you trying to do.
Is it a third story too?
And no, it's not a third story. It's just these two. It's just outside. I got hot spots in the hot tub. I got a little apple over there for all the portals. Doing big things. And our little WIM Treehouse growing.
I love it. Yeah, this is cool.
Right? It's a vibe. And we in Tulum if you peep the skybox. So.
Yeah, this is so cool. I love it.
Awesome. Well,
it's a real tree house.
Right? It really is. So
oh man.
It's okay. I didn't even know you could fall off this joint like that.
I'm pressing stuff. I'm like, what is going on?
But
this is so cool.
Yeah, so I'm happy you liked it. And y'all hear that? Everybody watching it, you hear how cool it is. Come watch the replay here in the Treehouse. That's what we made it for on the first floor for all of our viewers to come and enjoy. And, come be a part of the conversation every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Next week, we're talking about what trailblazers we are grateful for. So if you want to share any concepts you're grateful for, drop it in the comments. I will read them back at the next day. But ain't nobody been dropping comments yet. But when we do, I'll definitely be there. Again, thanks again for popping in, Chai. I'll catch you later this week. And if you guys don't know, Chai and I also have the Raw Talk, which is also on the Raw podcast. So make sure you guys check out that and any of the replays. And make sure your notifications is on. Just like Chai said, when she got the notification and she popped up, she got to see this awesome treehouse. She was at work. It was a quick break. But you see how easy and effortless that was. So like I told y'all, don't be waiting. Don't prolong it. Just get to it. And I'll catch y'all soon.